Jaya Jaya Śrī Caitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Śrī Caitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Śrī Caitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Śrī Caitanya Charitamrita Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Samaveta Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Om Ajnana Timirandhasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Śrī Gurave Namaः. Śrī Caitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupaha Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Śrīmate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namne Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschanti Deshatari Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, I welcome you to today's Sri Caitanya Charitamrita session. Today is August 27, 2026. We are in the 540th session of Sri Caitanya Charitamrita's classes. So we are in the Madhya chapter 11, entitled the Beḍā-kīrtana Pastimes of Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu. We have to do text 49 today. The context is talks between Prataparudra Maharaj and Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya regarding Prataparudra Maharaj's meeting Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu. So, after Prataparudra Maharaj arrived in Puri, along with his ministers, especially with Ramananda Rai, and Prataparudra Maharaj went to Lord Jagannath to take darshan of Lord Jagannath. Meanwhile, Ramananda Rai had gone straight to meet Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu, and after their meeting, he went home on the order of Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu. Actually, first Mahaprabhu told him to go take darshan of Jagannath and then go home to meet the family members. So after that, so apparently after Prataparudra Maharaj took darshan of Jagannath, he called for Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, and when Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya went to him, he asked him if he had submitted his petition, the king's petition, to Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu to get an audience with Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu. And Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya said, I tried, I made many efforts. I mean, I tried hard to convince, but he won't see a king. He won't see a king. So, when, also Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya said, in fact, he said that if I were to ask him again about your meeting him, he would leave Jagannath Puri and go elsewhere. So, when the king heard this, he became very sad and he started lamenting greatly. And while lamenting, he began to speak. And he said, Mahaprabhu has descended to deliver the most sinful and fallen people. He has even delivered Jagai and Madhai, except for Prataparudra. It looks like he has taken a vow to deliver the entire universe except for King Prataparudra. Has he taken such a vow? Is this his vow? To deliver the entire universe except for Prataparudra? And then he quoted a verse from Sri Chaitanya Chandrodaya Nataka, which is saying the same thing, that so
some devotee in the position of Prataparudra Maharaj is saying this. Alas, has Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu made his advent deciding that he will deliver all others with the exception of me? He bestows his merciful glance upon many lower class men who are usually not even to be seen. So, I haven't read Chaitanya Chandrodaya Nataka completely. I started, but then we didn't finish it. So, I don't know if this verse is said by Prataparudra Maharaj in Chaitanya Chandrodaya Nataka also. Although it seems like it. You know, this type of anguish because he's not getting association. So, looks like it is Prataparudra Maharaj. But anyway, this verse is also taken from Chaitanya Chandrodaya Nataka. Adarshaniyan api nicha jatin samvikshate hanta tathapi no mam madeka varjam kripayishyatiti nirniya kimso vatatara devaha. Has Śrī Caitanya, alas, has Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu made his advent deciding that he will deliver all others with the exception of me? He bestows his merciful glance upon many lower class men, that means Jagai and Madhai also were delivered, who are usually not even to be seen, but he won't give his darshan to me. So then, further, Prataparudra Maharaj said, if this is Mahaprabhu's determination that he will not give me his darshan, then please hear my determination also. Right? My determination is, if I don't get his mercy, if I don't get his darshan, then I will give up my life. So we discussed this in the previous session, especially about this determination. Srila Prabhupada elaborated so nicely that without determination, or if a devotee has this type of determination, like Prataparudra Maharaj, right? That if I don't get the Lord's mercy, if I don't make advancement in Krishna consciousness, then there is no use to my life, right? So that becomes the foremost priority. If a devotee has this type of determination, then his advancement in Krishna consciousness is assured. Okay. So then let's continue reading. Today's verse is text 49, because I think we spent sufficient time on that point of determination in the previous session. So I won't go over all those points once again. We'll continue with the pastime. Text 49. Yadi sei mahāprabhura na pai kṛpā-dhana kibā rājya kibā deha saba akāraṇa. Yes. So further we get to see what type of determination he has. He's saying, Yadi sei mahāprabhura na pai kṛpā-dhana. If I don't receive this Mahaprabhu's which Mahaprabhu? Mahaprabhu who looks like who is determined to deliver the entire universe except for Prataparudra, right? So if I don't get that Mahaprabhu's mercy, the wealth of his mercy. So see, Mahaprabhu's mercy is his only wealth. His kingdom, his opulence, he's not considering that his wealth. His wealth is what? Mercy of Mahaprabhu. And he's saying, if I don't get this wealth, which wealth? Mercy of Mahaprabhu. Yadi sei Mahaprabhura na pai kṛpā-dhana. If I don't receive the wealth of the mercy of this Mahaprabhu, kibā rājya, kibā deha, saba akāraṇa. What is this kingdom and what is this body? Everything is useless. That means there's no meaning of being a king of a kingdom, or even just having this body. What is the use of this body if this body cannot get darshan of Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu? What is the use of this kingdom if the king cannot get the mercy of Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu? Like that. Kibā rājya, kibā deha, saba akāraṇa. Everything is useless. Translation. If I do not receive Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu's mercy, my body and my kingdom are certainly useless. Purport. This is an excellent example of dṛḍha-vrata, determination. If one does not receive the Supreme Personality of Godhead's mercy, one's life is defeated. So, Srila Prabhupada, see, again, Srila Prabhupada is stressing the importance of dṛḍha-vrata. If you remember, in the previous purport, Srila Prabhupada has quoted, Satatam kirtayanto mam yatantascha dṛḍha-vrataha. namasyantascha mam bhaktya nitya-yukta upasate. Yes. So the pure devotees are 24/7 singing the glories of the Lord, glorifying the Lord. Satatam kirtayanto mam. And how they do it? Dṛḍha-vrataha. Dṛḍha-vrataha. Actually, another point that I'm just remembering now is just about this determination of a pure devotee, about the determination, because this quality of determination will come when one is sinless, and also, you know, talking about nishtha, right? Your bhajan becomes steady, according to Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. When your anarthas, most of the anarthas are removed, after you cross the anartha nivritti stage, that's when you get nishtha. So that verse, yesham tu antagatam papam jananam punya karmanam, their papa means, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says anarthas. When all the anarthas, not all, because aparadhas will remain, but all other anarthas are removed, that's when your bhajan becomes steady. That means there will not be any more fall downs. But even before that, the determination of a devotee. So when you say dṛḍha shraddha, firm faith, that leads to determination. That itself is determination. Firm faith. When you have firm faith, then you will be determined to do only devotional service 24 hours, not anything else. You will not have any other goals in life, no other aspirations. So that means if I don't get that, then everything else is waste. Everything else is useless. There is no meaning to my living also. That is the determination. If I'm not progressing in devotional service, if I'm not engaged in devotional service, if I'm not able to receive the mercy of the Supreme Lord, then everything else I have, whether my career, my family, my wealth, my position, everything is useless if I don't get the mercy of Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu. And Srila Prabhupada is endorsing this. He's saying, this is an excellent example of dṛḍha-vrata. What Prataparudra Maharaj said, if I do not receive Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy, my body and my kingdom are certainly useless. So how much they will be endeavoring to get this? Because, see, in Hindi they say, marta kya nahi karta. That means if you are about to give up your body, let's say you're being chased by a lion, you will run for your life. You will do whatever possible, everything possible to save your life. Body is very dear to everyone. Nobody parts with the body so easily. We see this time and again. We are reading in Bhagavatam about Daksha Yagya. There we see that Sati has given up her body. So Vidura's question was, it's not easy for people to give up their bodies. Still, she has given up means, what has happened? So giving up the body is not so easy. But if one is determined even to let go of the body for something else, then that should tell you how much priority one is giving to that thing. Right? So here Prataparudra Maharaj, for Prataparudra Maharaj, the mercy of Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu is even more valuable than his very life. He considers his life useless if he cannot receive the mercy of Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu. And Srila Prabhupada is saying, this is an excellent example of dṛḍha-vrata, determination. So this dṛḍha-vrata, you will find at different stages in devotional service for different things as you're progressing. So in the very beginning, after you get dṛḍha shraddha, once you get dṛḍha shraddha, should I share the transcendental diagram? That might be helpful. Actually, should have the my one more. Wow. Why am I getting the old one? I should get the new one. Okay, here's the answer. Okay. Show this one. Sure. So I'm trying to explain this point about determination. So this is actually you need determination. You can say determination is when you have faith, then you'll be determined. So determination is required in any path. Whether you're taking the Jnana Marga, for you to progress in Jnana Marga, for you even to do Nishkama Karma Yoga, for everyone, even for Karmi also, you need determination, you need faith. That's when you will work with determination, isn't it? When you have faith, then you will work with determination. But the difference is in bhakti, that's all you need. You only need faith to begin pure devotional service. But in other paths, you need, along with faith, you will need detachment to do jnana. Along with faith, you will need detachment. But here you don't need detachment, you don't need purification of heart. Simply if you have faith, then you'll get that determination. So I'm telling you, this determination may be for, maybe at different levels. Determination may be at different levels, at different stages of bhakti. So when you are here, this area, you didn't get firm faith yet. So now your determination will be to hear more and more, to improve your determination, to surrender to the Supreme Lord, right? So your determination will be to surrender to the Supreme Lord. And also, of course, to receive the mercy of devotees. Yes, to please the devotees, to receive the mercy of devotees. And mainly here, you're trying to improve your Shraddha by hearing more and more. So you'll be determined to hear more and more so that your faith will be improved. Also, your determination will be to remove whatever doubts you have in your heart, which are placing obstacles in your progressing further in bhakti. Once that is done, when you get dṛḍha shraddha, firm faith, now you'll fully, the symptom of firm faith is surrender to Krishna. Now you'll do pure devotional service. So what will be your determination here? Your determination will be to associate with devotees and to perform bhakti 24 hours, 24 hours. Now you are endeavoring to do direct devotion, no, endeavoring to do direct devotional service 24 hours in the association of pure devotees. Bhajana Kriya. And does it mean that you are able to do continuously? No, you will have your fall downs here and there, you may have, because you still have anarthas. But your endeavor does not stop. The anarthas may, you may be overcome by the anarthas, and as a result, sometimes you may fall down from 24-hour bhakti. But even when you are falling down, you'll have dainyatmika bhakti. That means you will feel so helpless, and you will be praying to the Lord about your anarthas. So that is also a form of bhakti. You are feeling so repentant and praying to the Lord. So that is also, but that also, even though your continuous bhajan apparently is interrupted by some sort of sinless sense gratification. But there also you will be feeling so regretful and repenting. So that will also keep you on the platform of bhakti. But after anartha nivritti, yesham tu antagatam papam jananam punyakarmanam te dvandva moha nirmukta bhajante mam dṛḍha-vrata. This is nishtha. In nishtha, now your anarthas, you have overcome your anarthas. Now with steady determination, you got determination here also, but you have anarthas. So because of anarthas, your bhajan is stopping sometimes. But after anartha nivritti stage, anyway, you are endeavoring 24 hours. From your side, it's there from the beginning. But here, from nishtha stage onwards, because the anarthas are destroyed. How the anarthas are destroyed? By your bhajan, by doing steady bhajan, 24 hours, you are endeavoring, by your endeavor to do steady bhajan. That bhajan has destroyed the anarthas. When anarthas are removed, now you come to the stage of nishtha. In nishtha, since you are endeavoring 24 hours anyway from the beginning, but now there are no anarthas, so your bhajan is not interrupted now, right? So dṛḍha-vrata. So here, so when you don't have any anarthas, then your satatam kirtayanto mam yatantascha dṛḍha-vrata. So that yatantascha dṛḍha-vrata, that will be there from here itself. You are actually endeavoring from dṛḍha shraddha, but you are not able to keep up with that bhajan because of anarthas. But after nishtha, you will actually succeed. You will succeed. So when you take a vow, what happens is here, after when you begin pure devotional service, this is called anishtita bhakti, or it is called, anishtita bhakti. So until anartha nivritti, until nishtha stage, up to anartha nivritti stage, it's called anishtita. There, nishtha is not there. That means you're endeavoring, but you're not able to keep up. So you will make some vows that I will do like this, I will do like that. You'll make timetables for yourself. All day, even every minute, you'll plan. I will do this seva, I will do that seva, I will chant so many rounds, I will study, I will read, I will preach, like that. But you make those plans, you're not able to keep up with those plans. All that will happen until anartha nivritti stage. But your endeavor does not stop. You're planning, you're endeavoring, you're meditating, you're contemplating. That won't stop. But what happens after anartha nivritti stage in nishtha is, now whatever plans you make, you are actually able to keep up. You don't fall down from those. That means plans you make, meaning 24-hour bhajan. So I'm just giving you some example of determination here, more examples that came up to, remembering now. One is Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, who took a vow to chant 1 billion names every day. Not billion names every day, overall 1 billion names. What is a billion? 1,000 million is a billion. So he took up a vow to chant 1 billion names of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Why? In order to start this Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So he was chanting like Haridas Thakur. Every day he was chanting 300,000 names. Every single day, 300,000 names he was chanting. And you know for how long he chanted? Here for Pandav Nirjala Ekadasi, or some day like that, you may chant 164 rounds or a little bit more. But every single day for 14 years, he chanted 300,000 names. And what was he eating? Only rice mixed with cow urine. Once, like he will take one deep breath, and without breathing out, without exhaling, whatever he is able to eat, and he will put it on the ground and hold his hands back and bend down directly like a cow. He will bend down and eat off the floor. In one breath, whatever he is able to eat, that is his meal for the whole day. This type of severe austerities he did. And he would chant 300,000 names every single day. For 14 years he did that. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, to start this Hare Krishna movement. So, you see, so that's determination. Srila Haridas Thakur chanted every single day 300,000 names. That was his lifelong vow. Lifelong. Not just for a certain time, lifelong. And because of old age, when he was not able to keep up with that, then he stopped eating, drinking also, because he thought, what is the use if I'm not able to keep up my vow? So that was his vow. Srila Sanatan Goswami, he took a vow to do parikrama of Govardhan walking every single day. And how old was he? He was quite, aged. But he would walk around the Govardhan hill every single day. And when he was not able to do because of old age, then he stopped. Same way. What is the use of living if I cannot keep my vow? All the Goswamis took up vows like that, offering 200,000 obeisances to the Vaishnava, to the deities. I think 2,000, 1,000 to the deities, 2,000 to the Vaishnavas every single day, dandavat pranams, plus chanting 200,000 names of Krishna every single day. This is how they were performing their bhajan. How they are able to do? With determination. It is said about Srila Raghunath Das Goswami and all the Goswamis actually. Whatever vows they had taken, they were like lines etched in stone. There is no question of not fulfilling. And you see how severe these vows are. This is determination. So determination is a symptom of pure devotees. Without determination, how you will achieve anything? So here, that means they gave utmost priority to those vows, to bhakti, to getting the mercy of the Supreme Lord. So here Srila Prabhupada is saying, this is an excellent example of dṛḍha-vrata. This is an excellent example of dṛḍha-vrata. Prataparudra Maharaj is saying that if I cannot receive the mercy of Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu, what is the use of this kingdom? What is the use of my body? This is an excellent example of dṛḍha-vrata. If one does not receive the Supreme Personality of Godhead's mercy, one's life is defeated. In Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam 5.5.5, it is said, parābhavas tāvad abodha-jāto, yāvan jijñāsata ātma-tattvam. Unless one inquires into spiritual life, everything is useless. This is the very first aphorism of Vedanta Sutra. What is athato brahma jigyasa? This is the first aphorism. Athato, atha means therefore. That means until now, the conditioned soul since beginningless has taken so many births in so many forms of life. And what was he doing all this time? Simply eating, sleeping, mating, defending. Eating, sleeping, mating, defending. In any form of life, whether it is human being or animals or demigods or rakshasas. Eating, sleeping, mating, defending. Simply sense gratification. And animals do sense gratification without following any dharma. Human beings do the same sense gratification by following dharma. That is the difference between human beings and animals. But is this the goal of life? Simply sense gratification? Is that the whole purpose of life? No. Actually, unless one inquires into spiritual life, everything is useless. This is the statement of Rishabdev to his sons, 100 sons. Parābhavas tāvad abodha-jāto yāvan jijñāsata ātma-tattvam. Parābhava means defeat. Right? So your birth is defeated, your life is defeated, your existence is defeated if you're not inquiring into ātma-tattvam. Ātma-tattvam, what is the reality of the self? Who am I? Who am I? These identities, we've had so many that, I belong to this family and this is me and this is my body. We've had many, many different identities. Which one is your identity? None of these are your identities because these are all transient. They are not going to stay. Then who are you? What is your real identity? Jivera swarupahoy krishnera nityadas. So unless a human being comes to this point of seriously inquiring into his own identity, who am I? And then naturally, when you start inquiring about yourself, you cannot not come to the Supreme Self because we are connected with the Supreme Self. We don't have independent existence. We are the energy of the Supreme Absolute Truth. So when you start inquiring into yourself, then you will have to, because then who is this spirit soul? What is its origin? Then you have to come to the Supreme Spirit. So unless a human being, because animals cannot inquire like this, they don't have that type of intelligence. So only human beings have this. Unless a human being comes to this point of inquiring into spiritual life, then whatever else he may have done in this world, however wonderful things you may have achieved, you may become Miss Universe, you may become the president of a big nation or whatever else, you may have gone to the, into space. We don't know if we know that they didn't go to the moon. But whatever else you may have achieved in this world, it is all useless. Who's saying? Chakravarti Pramana, Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam is saying, if you have not inquired into spiritual life, whatever else you may have done, it is all useless. Without spiritual inquiry, our labor and the object of our labor are simply a waste of time. Without spiritual inquiry, our labor and the object of our labor. So everyone is doing, laboring to get some object. What is it? Sense gratification ultimately, in the form of wealth, name, fame, family, affection, material love, material affection. But all this is going to go away anyway. It's all temporary. It's not going to last with you. The same amount of energy which we spend in these things, if we spend that energy, even some of that energy, if we spend into spiritual inquiry, that is going to give us eternal benefit. So that is why one who is determined on the spiritual path, then he is actually making benefit of his human form of life. Without that determination, whatever else you may have done in this world, you may be the CEO of a big company, it's all going to be gone. There's no use. It's simply useless waste of time. Who's saying? The Supreme Lord is saying. Rishabdev is an avatar. So Rishabdev is saying, parābhavas tāvad abodha-jāto yāvan jijñāsata ātma-tattvam. So we should see what are we determined for in life. So there's another purport, so we won't read today. But Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya is clearly able to see the determination of Prataparudra Maharaj. Okay, so we can stop here. Śrī Caitanya Charitamrita ki Jai. Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami ki Jai. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Samaveta Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki Jai. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo.